Hey guys, it's Jimmy from A Kid's Opinion, and today I'm going to be finishing, I'm not finishing, I'm going to be doing the fourth part of my five-part, ranking of my all 25 Office characters. So there's going to be numbers 10 to 6, and I know it's been a while since I've done my other ones. So yeah, let's get to it. In 10th place is going to be Stanley Hudson. So Stanley, the reason he's not as high is because I didn't like the affair plot line going with him is a little bit distasteful. Some of the gags that went along with that sometimes were funny. I didn't always I that was a little bit distasteful. He was always like it was just like throughout the series he just has these really funny lines um, where he's almost like being annoyed by everything Michael says, but he makes a funny quip about that line. It's not like he just shuts up. He's so mad at Michael that he opens his mouth to say something against Michael. That's why it's funny. Not because he ignores Michael, but because he's so annoyed with him that he'll actually say something um so funny that's like against Michael. And again, so many characters in the show play off of each other, and Stanley Hudson at number 10 is why he's at number 10, because his character plays off of everyone else. Number 9 is Toby Flenderson. He surprised me, but I don't think the show would, like, be, we wouldn't have as many classic moments, I'll say that. Michael Scott just yelling, like, yelling no when Toby comes. Like that's gone. The Goodbye Toby episode. There's so many of these classic things about Michael and Toby hating each other that would just be gone if Toby wasn't here. And though Michael is the better half, Toby, you feel bad for him because Paul Lieberstein, I think that's who plays Toby. He's just plays Toby is so pathetic and you feel bad for him. But other times you're just like, dude, say something. And like is not one of your favorite characters. Like you root for him. It's not like you root for him as much as anyone else. But if he wasn't in the show, like you would lose so much of him with Michael, and he does like play off of other characters. Especially in the later seasons when Toby's trying to sound cool. That's one of my highlights of the later seasons. Like Toby and his mystery novels, how he just bores everybody to death or when he's talking about the Scranton Strangler trial to Nellie, and she is just bored out of her mind. Some of that stuff is also kind of funny, how boring he is. In 8th place is going to be Andy Bernard. As much as I love Ed Helms as an Andy Bernard, as much as it consistently makes me laugh, and as much as I always rooted for him, Andy in season 3, except the last 2 episodes, wasn't very funny. He was like a mix between Dwight and Michael, and I didn't like it. I thought he was an unnecessary character. After that, I loved him. And then season 8, he was kind of a little bit of a jerk. And then season 9, he was such a jerk in this. Like even Jim Halpert, he was a little bit of a jerk, but they at least have him almost resolve his conflict. Andy, in the end, he doesn't decide not to be a jerk like he's been throughout the season. He just stops being mean. It's not like he has this big resolution of, I gotta stop acting like this. No, he just starts being nice. So it's like, yeah, maybe he would have been a little bit higher if we would have showed that Andy's realizing that his friends are more important. And there is a very reflective line that he has in the finale, but they should have done something where he realized that his friends are what matters. And going on this career path with singing, with being famous, as important as it is, it's not as important as like his friends. And they didn't really do that. He was nice at the end. However, he is such a funny character. He always makes me laugh. You are always rooting for him. You always want him to like get what he wants. He has like some almost, I want to call it ironic humor. Where like mainly only once, but that's what I was thinking about. The episode Goodbye Toby, where he proposes. You're just like, come on, Andy. And he just has this bad luck, but he stays positive throughout, and that's why, as much as I love how positive he was and how much you could root for him and also laugh at him and laugh with him at the same time, season 9 just ruined his character. But I mean, he's still like in the top 10 because I would like I those seasons where he was really nice and rootable. I was able to root for him that much that it almost cancels out season 9. In seventh place is going to be Daryl Philbin, another character that doesn't make me laugh as much, but I just root for him. And unlike Andy, where a whole season he was annoying, Daryl only had a few episodes, and Daryl, you just like whenever he succeeds, I remember whenever he would succeed, I would just get a little smile on his face, on my face. Or in the finale when Daryl's having his line, like and he has one of the greatest character arcs in the entire show, because he like starts not really character arcs like inside himself, like he feels something different, just like how he grows around everybody else. He didn't really have a relationship with everyone in the office, and then he started to, and their relationships started to grow. And then when Daryl left in the second to last episode, when he has all of these and when he's having all these character moments with these other characters, it's like all of this payoff with this character, and even you get some of it in the final episode, like back-to-back episodes. You get a lot of Daryl payoff because he's been this character that has slowly been gaining relationships with other characters throughout time that he didn't have at the start of the series, and now he does. And at the end, it just all pays off, and it really just makes you smile whenever you see Daryl in the show. And yeah, Craig Robinson just is so good with this character. I actually prefer him in other shows because he's so funny, but I do love his performance as Daryl Philbin. Yeah, that was Craig Robinson. In sixth place is the final one I'll be talking about. Sixth place is Creed Bratton. So Creed, he doesn't have a character arc. He's not always rootable. Sometimes he's kind of a jerk, but he is so funny. Every time he makes a joke, almost every time, I laugh. He's such a highlight whenever you like watch him. It's like a character I'll talk about in a little bit in my next video. Whenever he's on screen, you know he's gonna make you laugh. Because so many times he's like so stupid. He's such a weird character, and that's why one of my favorite things is in the finale episode. He gives this like super long, like really deep and true speech, and to make sense for this character that he would give such a speech, because he's such an inconsistent character. Therefore he's consistent because he does all these wacky things. Therefore it's consistent that he is inconsistent in a sense. And he had another quote about he's recapping in his own Creed way everything that happened in the day, and then he goes, not bad for a day in the life of a dog food company. And that's another line that I feel just wraps up this character. He gives this really wild just line that I love because it's so strange, but you just like it. I just like it so much because it just wraps up that character. You realize that like he's gonna be this inconsistent character, but he's always gonna be funny. He's always gonna make you laugh, and he's not like a jerk where he's like always demeaning everyone, and that's why he's so funny. Because you may not root for him, but he's not always bringing other people down, and he's always making you laugh. And like he is a part of a lot of. He's not really a part of, like, in my opinion, he's not a part of the bigger moments of the show, except that final part where he's singing and everybody gets their moment in the finale, and his moment in that finale is one of my favorites. So yes, Creed comes in at number 6. I'm going to be doing my top 5 soon. You will also probably be getting a video for probably the movie Woman in the Window coming up. I'm trying to think if there are any other movies that I'll be reviewing or something along the lines of that. Yeah, so I'm gonna put out this next video. So yeah, I'm gonna put the top 5 out after this. So yes, please like and subscribe. Comment in the comment section. Please give me suggestions on how to improve my channel, and please give me recommendations on movies and TV shows to review. Oh, also, yeah, I'm probably going to be doing eventually, probably sometime this summer, just a little bit of heads up, I'm probably going to do a, review series or just ranking of the M. Night Shyamalan Unbreakable trilogy. So that's something that might happen. I'm not sure, though. So yeah, I'm Jimmy from A Kid's Opinion, and be good people.